The new rage is IV drips. People are getting these for sunburns, to get energy, voluntary intravenous drips. Really?
They're taking it a little bit to the extreme, and I think some of this comes out of what they see with sports and athletes, that they go in at halftime or get an IV, but there's a big difference between competing at those type levels where you're losing liters of fluid over time and getting muscle cramps, and just going out on the strip and having a good time and deciding you want to get your hangover a head start on it for the next morning.
Don't you, now I'm dumb here, IV, don't you have to still poke me with a needle, something sharp?
Yeah.
Well, that's no good. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so a little poke in the arm and get the needle going and hook up the whatever fluids and additives you're going to give you.
There's something weird here, Mark, because you know what? Nobody likes finding an IV thing. I hate that. You have to open your ear. It's right on that middle part. Nobody likes that. So this is really a wacky trend. Is it lucrative? Can I start an IV business and I can say I'm going to give you a drip and give you energy?
It probably is lucrative. I'd only assume, since you're seeing these clinics come up that are doing it for, I'd say, non-medical purposes, and they're doing it as a cash business, so they must be making money or they wouldn't be popping up.
Well, Dr. Anderson, what do you think of this medically?
Well, medically, I mean, we have an IV infusion clinic in our office, and then when used appropriately to give IV antibiotics and fluids, it keeps people out of emergency rooms and out of the hospital. I mean, recently when we had the flu going around, we were able to keep a lot of people out of the hospitals by giving them IV fluids and such. So when used appropriately, it's very beneficial to the patient. It's just like anything, when it starts to get used and misused, that complications are going to arise.
Okay. So you see this growing?
I do, because you're going to see more doctors' offices that have this offering it for these cash-type services because of the financial incentives.
How much is placebo?
Placebo means they come in and give you a glass of water and say, here, you got your IV.
No, they can put water in my veins. I might say, I feel great.
Right.
It's just the whole thing. It's a trend. It's a fad. It's a pet rock, isn't it?
It is and it isn't. I mean, when you do the 5-hour energy and you're getting the vitamins and such, when you do it IV, it really does boost you up.
Yeah, got you covered. All right. So, last question, Dr. Mark Anderson, Irving, Texas, off the page, totally random. Obamacare, happy, don't know, nervous.
Nervous.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you like filing more paperwork, don't you?
Mm-hmm. More paperwork, and it's going to cut some services we're going to be able to offer.
Well, how many patients do you serve now?
We see about 35 patients a day in our clinic.
Good gosh, that's a lot of people. Well, welcome to 30 more million patients, so good luck to you, Mark. Keep that beeper on.
Will do.
Thanks for your time, buddy.
You bet.
Dr. Mark Anderson is a doctor, a physician.